Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La havle ve la kuvvete illa billahil aliyyil azim. By the name of Allah, Almighty, All Merciful, Most Beneficent and Most Magnificent. When a person feels that he is restful, comfort, then may follow everything all right. Oh, when you are going to be restful, now we are sitting restful, but rest going to be in our hearts. If in your heart you are not feeling rest and comfort, it is not something to sit on throne or in a comfort place. When your heart feeling rest and comfort, then if you are sitting on a stone, if you are sitting in prison, if you are sitting on fire, no worry, doesn't matter. Who gives comfort to people? Their hearts. And people now leaving their hearts. Mostly people interesting in their physical bodies and physical pleasures. And whole prophets from beginning up to end just came to arrange our hearts. They are engineers of hearts. Yes. No anyone else can look after hearts except prophets, and they are inheritors, awliyas. I am listening what news coming for today, and they are going through this valley. Every day they are making with us a tour to make us please. Allah Almighty likes to be their servants always in pleasure and to be pleased. That is important. You must be pleased with your Lord. Therefore, He is beginning His holy book, Quran, saying, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Yes, you must understand what he means. awliya saying that, it means, O my servants, all of you, قولوا, or say, you all of you say, Alhamdulillah. He asking from us to be pleased with him. Yes, that is important. Kana Imam. Be pleased with your Lord. If you are going to be pleased with him, he is going to do you pleased with him. Pleased with everything. Say that, oh my Lord, I am pleased with you. The order covering our life from beginning up to end. When you are understanding yourself, you have been ordered to be pleased with your Lord. When you are reached 15 years old, the age of majority, you must say that you are on the age that, like a new rose, you must look yourself and you must say, Alhamdulillah. From that age up to end, you must say, thanks to my Lord, praising, whole praises and thanks to my Lord Almighty. That is Holy Quran's teaching to us. And he says also, when whole our life going on and finish, and the day of judgment coming, and then people, you believers, entering in paradise, and you are finding everything, every desires you may imagine or not. Allah Almighty giving you endless desires. You may ask endless desires, and He is going to fulfill, giving everything and saying, ask more, and I am giving. لآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. The first and the last word from servants to their lords to say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Endless thanks and most respectful praisings only to our Lord Almighty, Allah. That is divinely teaching.
Amen.
He is teaching us
Amen.
by His prophets and by the seal of prophets, peace be upon him. And through his inheritors, awliyas, teaching people to say Alhamdulillah, thanks to our Lord, endless thanks. He going to be pleased when his servants saying Alhamdulillah. No time for it. To say Alhamdulillah and nothing else. If you are living from beginning up to end and saying Alhamdulillah, 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 and nothing else, you are reaching to your Lord, you are going to be neighbor to Prophet beloved Muhammad, peace be upon him, and you are going to be neighbor to Allah Almighty. The day of resurrection, whole people coming, Mahshar, the place of judgment place. It is going to be in Damascus, plain, Prophet saying. The plain of Damascus is the plain of judgment days plain. Whole people from east and west, from north and south, some of them walking, some of them riding, riders coming. Who walks the day of resurrection? Those whom not knowing to ride on their egos, they are walking. And they are carrying their egos on their shoulders. And those whom riding on their egos, Allah Almighty sending to them Burak, holy horse from paradise. And they are riding, coming to plain of judgment day, plain. And whole people full of that plain. So many people from beginning up to end, it is going to be there, present. In a space 1 foot square, 1,000 people trying to put their foot there, their feet on that place. So many. Those people coming on their Burak to that plane, they have private stations. Then, before beginning judgment, Allah Almighty ordering one angel to shout for the whole people and saying, those whom they are always saying Alhamdulillah, for every occasion saying Alhamdulillah, for every condition that they may be in it saying Alhamdulillah, thanks, endless thanks to our Lord and most respectful praising to our Lord, saying people stands up. They are standing among all people. And coming to them, angels taking one from this side, one from this side, one and one getting on it and going from Mahshar, Allah Almighty ordering, take them in my paradise. No judgment for them, nothing for them. They were pleased with me every time. And I am pleased with them. No need judgment here. They may enter in my paradise. They may enjoy themselves because they were pleased with me. We are trying to be pleased with our Lord. Because as much as our egos with us, it is difficult to be pleased with our Lord. Because mostly we are trying to make our egos pleased with us. Wrong way, wrong method. And your ego, your nafs, is not going to be pleased with you forever. As much as you are giving and making everything, making your best with him, but your nafs is not going to be satisfied and saying to you, Alhamdulillah, thank you. Never saying thank you. Yes, you know it? You know? Abdul Nur. You know this? That saying to you thank you? Sometimes? Huh? Never saying. Never says thank you. Very proud person. He never said to Allah Almighty thank you. I'm going to say to you thank you. Yes. As much as our egos with us and we are listening to him, it is too difficult to say to Allah Almighty, thanks to my Lord. Therefore, it is a great fight, great war among you and your nafs. When you win that war, then he is going to say to you, oh my master, thank you, and as you like. This fasting is most important worshiping. Gives respect to Allah Almighty and same time making our egos to know how much he is weak and teaching him that when he is hungry and then when he is fasting and making breakfast, then he feels to say Alhamdulillah. Teaching, yes, how you may be pleased with your Lord. Now, your ego and our nafs crying, too hungry, too thirsty. Then, your are saying no. Wait until the time comes. And he's saying it is all right. And you are saying 2 minutes more. Let 2 minutes give me to drink, to eat. You are saying no. You must wait 2 minutes more. 1 minute more now. And your nephew is learning to say thanks firstly to you, then saying to his Lord, thanks, endless thanks to my Lord Allah Almighty. Yes. Alhamdulillah. Allah Almighty helps us on our egos. And you can't take divinely help without intention. When you are intending, then divinely help coming to you and supporting you. If you are not intending, you can't find divinely help and support. Therefore, if a little boy intending for fasting, he may fast. But like Hercules, if Hercules no intending, falling down, he can't trust because no divinely support. Maybe Hercules, but if no divinely support, he may take away these columns. So powerful, but so weak for fasting. Therefore, we are living in a very difficult time, and if you look, you may decide that it is impossible to be a Muslim or to keep the divinely orders in a Western country, in a circle that surrounding you with devils. Everyone trying to catch you out, and you are weak. But you are intending and saying, "Oh my Lord, I am a weak servant, or weakest servant to you, and I am surrounded by devils, and everything catching me from one side to take me from Iman to kufr, from believing, unbelieving, from Islam to non-Muslims circles, from obedient to be rebellion to you, from goodness to badness, from honor to dishonor, from light to darkness, from goodness to badness. And I am weak, perhaps the weakest one. And I am asking your divinely protection and divinely help, divinely support. Then you can find yourself protected fasting, praying, keeping yourself far away from devils, running away from you. And you are being such as Omar, Satan saying to Prophet, peace be upon him, when he asked, how you know that one, Omar? And Satan saying, if I am looking Omar coming from this way, I am turning to that way, not to come face by face. Yes. As much as we are feeling our weakness, then comes more help, more support. There is now one mu'minah with basket bringing a little boy. But there is different ages, girls, boys there, children. But mostly his parents looking on weakest one. If she is coming with 3 boys, her eyes going to be on the weakest one. More support for weakest one. Therefore, as much as you are saying, oh, our Lord, I am the weakest one among those people, and mostly coming on you, divinely support. But if you are saying, I am doctor, I am murid, I am sheikh, I am a scholar, I am worshipper, then leaving yourself, living to yourself. You have been left in the hands of your egos. When you are saying that I am enough, I have enough knowledge, I have enough praise, then you have been left in the hands of your ego, your nafs. Therefore, Prophet in his whole life calling to his Lord, Allah Almighty, and saying, oh my Lord, please don't leave me in the hands of my ego. This big lesson for everyone, beginning from prophets to saints to awliyas and whole believers and whole people. Because who have been left in the hands of his ego, Ruswai oldu, rezil oldu. He lost his honor here and hereafter, making him to be ashamed. That is me. Who has been left in the hands of his ego must be ashamed. And Prophet saying in his praise, oh my Lord, please don't leave me in the hands of my ego. He is Prophet. He is protected, divinely protected. But he means to teach us. We must ask from our Lord so that he keeps us and protects us and supports us in front of our egos. Because our egos is wildest or most wildest creature has been created, and it has been given to sons of Adam because the ranks of sons of Adam is the highest among creatures. And as you know, kings riding on gigantic horses, heroes riding on gigantic horses. But like me, on donkey riding. If such a horse I am riding, throwing me. Therefore, among creatures, the most respectful creature is sons of Adam, and then Allah Almighty giving them such a horse as our egos. So powerful for riding on it and to go in divine presence. From here up to divine presence, it is going to be in a forum you can't imagine how it should be, our egos, when arriving there. So powerful. But we must be very careful, because nafs going to cheat us and riding on us quickly, making us his horse. You must ask divinely support. That is most lovely characteristic that Allah Almighty likes to see it on His servants. To say, Ana Abdun Ajiz, I am your weak servant, O my Lord. I can't do anything. I am Ajiz, helpless and powerless servant. And Allah Almighty going to be pleased with that servant, quickly sending His divinely power, divinely support, keep him. That fasting teaching us those good manners and giving us divinely support when we are intending. Therefore, in Islam, intention is the most important thing. And for every action, for every worshipping, intention is far most important order from Allah Almighty. Therefore, a person lived in kufr as an unbeliever 90 years, and his death is arriving, and he intends to be a believer, to be a servant, humble servant to his Lord. But no more acting with him. Finish. He can't move even his tongue or his hands or feet, nothing. But only he intended in his heart, if I am going to be healthy, I am going to be my Lord's obedient servant, a humble servant. But even can say with his tongue, I accept you, O my Lord, as my Lord. But Allah Almighty looking to his heart and looking this coming from unbelieving into believing, without any action, but intending, sending his mercy angels to take his soul with mercy to mercy oceans. Therefore, intention is the most important order of our Lord, and by intention we are going to be on the path of prophets and awliyas. Allah Almighty gives us inspirations and corrects our intentions from badness to goodness, from unbelieving into believing, changing our intentions to best, to be best, and we are intending to do our best for our Lord Almighty, and saying Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, wa shukru lillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, wa shukru lillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, wa shukru lillah, and asking forgiveness for everything that we are going to be unpleased, displeased, and saying Astaghfirullah, 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 including the Masiya. Oh our Lord, forgive us. بحرمة الفاتحة.